Godhood is given unto me.
Hello everybody and welcome to Enter the Arena, which is our weekly dev stream where I, your host, will be joined by other of my cohorts, commanders and colleagues, where we will be going through Total War Arena and upcoming content. So I had to take the stream down, put it back up again. I realised I had the wrong title on there. It happens. So if you're unaware, Total War Arena is our 10v10 free-to-play game where you control 3 units and your commander is one of the epic leaders from history. And we'll be going through, later on today, we'll be having Jan, who will be joining us, or Thamis from the forum, and he will be discussing, among other things, some upcoming content, and also the tier banding, which we are bringing in on Monday, which will affect matchmaking quite significantly, and hopefully make it much better. But as with everything, we are in closed beta, therefore many things will be different from now to launch, and matchmaking is one of those things that we're always going to be working on to try and get as good as we can. So guys, in chat in about half an hour, in about 20 minutes, Jan will be joining us, so you'll be able to put your questions straight to him if you have any. So hold on to that. But before that, we have had a patch already this week, which was focusing mainly on a few changes. One of those being the changes to Leonidas to make him a little less strong than he was, and also just a few other polishes around the edge as well. So yeah, I don't know how everyone's been finding it, but and obviously Vengeance has obviously been upgraded as well, so he's now much better than he was previously. So obviously that is very helpful in games. But anyway, until Jan comes on, we're going to have a quick game. So I've been playing around with my new Thracian Royal Cav. I don't know if anyone else has. So that's what I'm going to go with. And my command unit is going to be an Aspes companion Cav unit. So we're going to have a quick little battle, and then we're going to bring Jan in, and then we're going to go through all that. So sit tight, guys. Get your questions ready, and go straight through it. Now, Thracian Royal Cav, the reason why I go with these guys is they are a premium unit, therefore it doesn't cost me any upkeep except from the consumables I'm going with them. They do have a shield, therefore I can use the Counselor there, increase their armor and so forth. And they do have really good charge, and they're a light unit as well, so that's really helpful. If you guys want to get into the closed beta, if you go to Total War Arena, you should be able to get on there. Hold on, get the address correct for everyone. If you want to get on there and play right now, just go to playarena.totalwar.com. That will, yeah, there you go. Or play Total War Arena. There's we've got plenty of landing sites these days. Great, cool. We'll see you on there, Matthew, very soon. So, I'm just going to have a quick battle. I know, Matthew, you're way ahead of me, quicker than I am. Well, it is in closed beta because not everyone can get a key. Obviously, it is dependent on which area of the world you're on, and you still need a key to be able to get in and play. Yeah, it definitely does work based off where you are. So, if you're in some part of the world, you might not get anything at all. So we're going to have a quick battle here, guys, on Enter the Arena, where following this, in the next few weeks and months, we will be having a dev on, or it will be me showcasing some upcoming content, and we'll be able to get kind of give you guys a sneak peek, or more importantly, a good idea on what is to come. Obviously, matchmaking has been one of the big things, so we don't really have any like cool or interesting content that you're going to be like, oh my god, we're blown away. But that is coming in the very near future, so keep your eye out for that one. We'll be announcing it when we have some really cool stuff, so you'll be able to sit there and watch. As always, to people who are watching this on YouTube, where we always upload it now, hi, I am in your past and you are in my future. And God, that's a bit weird now you think about it. So there you go. My first game set up, playing Alexander the Great. I'm playing with 2 Thracian Royal Calves, and I'm going to be playing with some Companion Cav as well. Who is the special guest for today's stream? The special guest for today's stream will be Thamis from the forum, who will be coming on here to tell you guys all about the upcoming change to matchmaking. So if you've got any questions to him, please hold on to them or keep thinking about them, and they'll be there very soon. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to get a key right now. Depending on where you are in the world, you should get them pretty quick. Where should I report bugs? My commander is stuck in battle after 10 minutes of waiting after the battle was done. If you direct any of those to the forum, that would be the best place to put it. I will post a link to that in the forum. In the forum? Wrong place. Well done, Matthew. Get all your friends are playing, and that'll be good. So this is going to be one battle. We're going to only have time for one battle at the beginning. So we're playing Rubicon. It's kind of good considering it is this week, but Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon and off to start his war. There you go. First question asked about matchmaking. That's an easy one now, considering we do actually have something coming. Yeah, where is Crisis? I'm expecting him to jump in almost every game I ever do now.
Capture the enemy base.
So,
kill all
Thracian Royal
enemy
Cav,
forces.
really
Commander,
quick unit.
Me.
While my
Orders
Asbestos
understood.
Companion Cav are a little slow,
Right
but they're
out.
much better in combat. In hand, so
Right out.
hopefully this man with the Rhodian Slingers
Yours to
doesn't
command.
forget to move.
Cavalry, move out. Right out. Cavalry, on me. Cavalry, forward. Right out.
As you command.
Follow me. Cavalry, move out.
There's always been that kind of like fun debate in history, but
Cavalry, forward.
what would have happened if Alexander had not died and had crossed over into towards Carthage and towards Rome, and how they would have succeeded. A lot of Roman raiders believed that they would kind of see him off in the same kind of way that they would have done with
Follow me.
As you command.
Cavalry,
Greek commander.
Cavalry, move out. Right out.
Can't remember his name now. Someone in chat help me out.
On me. We have drawn
The Greek commander who
Press
invaded
the advantage.
Italy. Pyrrhus. There you go.
Ready for orders.
Pyrrhic victory. That's what I'm trying to think. Pyrrhic victory. So there you go.
By your command.
Yeah, they kind of thought they'd be able to see him off in the same kind of way. I don't really believe that would have happened. I think Alexander's army was so much better and so better led from captains up to the command level
Understood.
in Alexander.
Cavalry,
They would have absolutely
forward.
smacked them.
By your
But
command.
Cavalry, on me.
can never be too sure with these kind of alternative histories.
Follow me.
By your command. Understood.
Cavalry, forward. Advance.
I wanted to sneak through and go for those
On
archers.
me.
At
Oh
your
gosh,
service.
I was not paying attention now.
To charge.
We await your order.
Forward march.
Ready for orders.
Attack.
Yes, commander.
Show your steel.
As you command. Orders understood.
Break them.
As you command. Yes, commander. By your command.
Follow me.
At your service.
Oh, I made a huge mistake.
Right out.
Orders understood. Yes, commander. By your
I
command.
might get away with that.
Understood.
Oh, and I did.
On me. Follow.
Command. We await your command.
Cavalry, on me!
It's very rare that I have a unit like that get completely caught out, but it does happen. I am human.
Cavalry!
I got my headset on the wrong way. Just realised.
Cavalry!
Yes, Commander. Understood.
Show your steel! Them! Our commander has fallen! Rally the men! Their spirit wavers!
It's almost like
Follow
someone's
me!
sitting there, knows exactly where my units are waiting.
At your service.
He's not got many points for
Yours
it.
to command.
Attack their position!
Show your steel! One of our units has recovered! Back into the fray!
Orders understood.
One of our units has recovered! Back into the fray!
Now it's like, how much damage can I do with massively depleted units?
Cavalry, forward! Cavalry, on me!
Go! Go!
Attack!
Break them!
Attack!
Show your steel!
Get
Oh,
at
he
them!
wasted that charge there.
Orders understood.
Our base is being captured! Quick, to its defense!
Follow me! Cavalry, forward!
We await your command.
Cavalry, forward! Kill them all!
One of our units has recovered! Back into the fray! Our base is being captured! Quick, to its defense!
Cavalry, move out!
Ready for orders.
For some reason he seems really
As you
desperate to try and
command.
kill this unit.
Follow me!
Break them!
See you later, mate.
On me! Cavalry! Ride out!
One of our units is routing!
We await your command.
Cavalry!
Advance! Good! Quick, to its defense!
Understood. By your command.
Cavalry, forward!
Show your steel!
Cavalry, forward! Cavalry, move out!
At your service. Orders understood.
Cavalry, on me! Ride out!
Yes,
Not
Commander.
looking to charge, mate. I'm just
Cavalry,
looking to drop
move
that
out.
cap.
Cavalry, forward! Attack! Get at them! For honor
Some
and
damage,
great
come on.
glory!
By your command. By your command.
Hey, finally.
Attack!
The march is firing. Yes, come on.
Follow me!
Charge!
To victory!
One of our units is
Someone
routing!
wasting all their time trying to kill me. Where's our team? Come on, get back.
Our base is being captured! Quick, to its defense!
It's not exactly the best map for this cav unit. If it's any other map where there's like a lot of forest, it's much easier to do something with them. Yeah, come on, actually hit something. There we go. There are the units we need to hit. He did. Oh, what the hell? Come on! Don't put your horse archers in fights like that. Ah, silly Billy. Not the light cav though. Might as well just take all heavy mediums. I don't enjoy playing horse archers. Not my kind of playstyle. don't. We're not going to win this one, are we? No, 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 no. All you got to do is throw a unit out there and block that attack, and you might be able to get it. Whatever you do, don't let that unit sink through. I can't believe we won that game. Did you see my first unit? The first thing I did was send it back. Oh, okay, if he says so. Okay, I guess we got one more time for one more game. Gonna switch it up and play with my Germanicus. Get my high tier units on the go.
Must be done. The Republic's wisdom will see us to victory.
So there we go. We'll have one more game, and then I'm going to be getting in Thamis, and then he'll be able to go over a matchmaking update. What happened in that fight then? Not exactly the best score, but I'm coming up with... did have one of my units caught out so quick at the beginning. Go for stakes, be pro. Nah, I'm never going to use stakes. I mean, I put them down, but I'm never going to put them down in combat or anything. Nah, not my thing. I like playing melee, cav. I mean, I play range every so often, but not too much. So marathon. I wouldn't have. This is the map I wouldn't have mind having my my light cav on. Oh my god, they got Hako. Easy. Kill Hako, not too difficult. Sure, you just have loads of range units or cav. What are we going to have? They're going to have at least 2 players of maybe range units or range cav. We might have 1 there. Maybe 2. So guys, if you're just joining us, this is Enter the Arena, where once a week we'll be getting on devs to go through or to showcase new and upcoming content. This week we're going to be going over the matchmaking changes which come in on Monday. On Thamis from Forum will be here, so that will happen right after this battle, in fact. $16 minutes left on download, Matthew. Cool. Good luck. So yeah, we do have tier 2 craftsmen, but I like using them. They're quite powerful.
You'll capture the enemy base or kill all enemy forces.
Swords! Swords! At speed! Swords! Follow me! In the name of Rome! Freed Romans
So
to a
what
man.
we're going to do here?
Follow me.
Ranging
At your
stuff.
service.
Mostly just got heavies. We don't really have many mediums. One player of artillery. That's worrying.
On me. Follow me. In service to Rome.
I should really leave a unit to defend them, but I just don't want to. Ask questions in chat, and they'll be here very soon.
Melee troops awaiting
Well,
orders.
Jan will be.
Follow me.
We got any artillery?
The enemy has drawn first blood! Push back!
Sons of Mars. Swords.
They're so gonna die.
Swords.
In the name of Rome.
You're not gonna get through with those. Thing is, you have a lot of heavy artillery, so
By your
they
command.
actually use them.
On me. For the gods.
Defenders, shields up!
Swords. At the devil.
Finally, artillery fire. Needed that for quite a while now. Oh, frozen grenadier getting squashed. I think Caesar's a really underrated commander. He can be really, really annoying when used correctly. Can completely shut down other commanders.
For the gods.
Follow me.
Talking of that,
Understood.
barbarian players managed to get through.
In the name of Rome.
In service to Rome. Yes, Commander. For Rome. Swords. At speed.
For the gods.
On me. Melee infantry ready.
Raise shields!
Happy to serve Rome.
At your service. Melee infantry.
To victory. For honor and great glory.
Oh, they used Bash a bit too early.
Let Bellona lead your blades!
Attack.
Vengeance!
Melee infantry ready.
Romans ready for duty.
Melee infantry at your command. Yes, Commander. Melee infantry. Happy to serve. Break the lines. Proud Romans all.
Okay, so that barbarian push has been
Yours to
crushed.
command.
Good, didn't lose too many units.
In the name of
Can't
Rome.
really engage here. He's in such a bad spot.
Jupiter gives us
You need to
strength
hope the artillery does something really.
and speed. As you command. On me. Move out.
Charge!
By your command.
Behold the wrath of Rome!
Swords. For Rome.
In service to Rome.
Swords.
Kind of feel with this fight up here is kind of a loss. But it's just buying time really. Hopefully this artillery does something. I'm trying to buy time here for my units.
For Rome. Get at them! Romans ready for duty! For the gods! In the name of Rome! At the double! Follow me! Move out! Follow me! Jupiter gives us strength! Yes, come at speed! Kill them all! Cut them down! For room! Melee troops awaiting orders!
Let Bologna lead your blades!
I'm not gonna
Follow
fight you.
me.
Go away.
For the gods! At the double! For room! Move out! In the name of Rome! As you command! On me! For room!
That's worrying. Almost
In the
nothing I can
name
do
of
about that.
Rome!
You are unkilled! Shield of Mars!
Trying to type and I hit the wrong button.
Ready for orders.
Yours to command! Weapons ready! Understood! Follow me! Happy to serve Rome! Move out!
For the gods!
At speed! For Rome! At speed! On me!
Move out!
Follow me! At speed!
Kill them all! Swords! Happy to serve Rome!
On me! Follow me! Move out!
Leave no survivors!
In service to Rome!
For honor and great glory!
On me! At speed!
At speed! To battle! Attack!
Let Bologna lead your blades!
Show them steel!
Forward!
Good! Hack them down! Move out! At the double! At speed! Move out! Hack them down!
Happy to serve Rome!
For honor and great glory! By your command! At the double! Follow me! Melee infantry!
Surprised how far behind we are in points because I feel like we've done a bit better, but
Our commander has
the one
fallen!
bad thing about having
Rally the
artillery
men!
on your
Their
team,
spirit wavers!
Kill them
easy
all!
for them to get lots of kills on you.
For Rome! For honor and great charge! Attack!
The legions cannot be bested!
The things they need to kill are the arch units that are on the hills. Not their artillery, we don't need that.
We await
Sorry,
your command.
their cavalry or infantry. And there you go, they're going to try and run through now.
Swords! In the name of Rome! At the double!
See
Yes,
if I can quickly
Commander!
get into a
At the
blocking
double!
position.
Swords! Move out!
Quite far
Follow
away
me!
though.
At speed!
But
For
if
the
those archers
gods!
don't get killed, then we're dead. I need more cav.
Proud Romans all!
Move out!
Swords!
On me!
Ready for orders!
Happy to serve Rome!
Looks like we might
Happy
be able
to
to defend
serve
this one.
Rome! Swords!
Raise shields!
Good!
Swords!
Our entire game right now is to just survive against all these range units.
At the double! Move out! For the gods!
What the hell? Oh, they got ballistas.
On me!
I guess so.
At speed!
All those range units up there. Just one cab player. It's a bit adventurous.
Follow me! On
That's
me!
why you never have the artillery this far
At
forward.
the double! Move out!
For the gods!
Worked it out. Needs a shot here. And then it starts rolling down the hill.
For Rome!
This is why cav is so useful, like late game, and that's why it really irks me when they're getting thrown around early game, like toys, because it just gives people like Hako loads of points. If we had any cav left right now, we would be able to mop up pretty much their entire team.
At speed! Kill them all! Happy to serve!
Let Bologna lead your blades!
To victory! Victory for Rome!
It's an annoying kind of game. Because I knew when our artillery moved up to here, but that's not going to go well.
Move out! On me! Kill them all!
What I'm trying to do is cut down as many of the cavalry as they try and charge in like this.
In service! Charge! Attack!
Infantry tactics!
For the gods! Rome is mother to us all!
Also get as close as possible to a lot of these units, so when they do shoot on me, they just get tons of friendly fire. Which is a great way to annoy other players.
As you command! Move out! On me! Follow me! Happy to serve Rome! Move out! Follow me! Move out! At speed! For Rome!
Let Bologna lead your blades!
For honor and great glory! At the double!
Defenders, shields up!
Yes, Commander! Move out!
In service to Rome! Attack! Swords!
Follow me! At speed!
In the name of Rome!
Ready for orders!
What have they got left?
At the double! Melee
Lots of
troops!
ballistas.
Follow me!
I kind of wish I had more
By
cavalry.
your command!
Charge!
For honor!
The legions cannot be bested!
Swords!
On me!
If there
Our base
is
is being
any
captured.
lag,
Quick, to its
it
defense!
won't be coming from me. I'm not seeing any drops or anything.
At speed!
So it could possibly be
On me!
Twitch.
For Rome!
Because I'm not getting any in game, and I'm not getting any on expert right now.
Raise shields, survivors!
Steel! Break the
Oh hey,
lines!
killed Hako and his unit.
Happy
Finally.
to serve Rome! For Rome! Move out! On me! Follow me! At speed! Move out! At speed!
Don't know how we're still alive, to be honest.
At the double! Happy to serve Rome! Yours to command! For the...
You are unkilled! Shield of Mars!
By your command!
Our base is being captured! Quick, to its defense!
Melee infantry at your command!
Did quite well. I got more points than Hako. Take that, Hako. So yeah, well, Jan will be joining us, or Thamis. So we're going to go over the changes to upcoming stuff. Hello.
No.
Want to come around that side?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? I'll get rid of this, so you don't have to.
I'll wear this. I'll wear this, so
I think
nobody
you'll just
knows who
cover how
I am.
difficult it is.
Like that. No, that doesn't work.
It's not the most comfortable of fits
No.
at all. Did I just disconnect that? No, I did not. That's good. So,
Hi.
Jan.
Hi. Hello.
So explain what you do in Total Arena to everyone out there in Twitch.
Yeah, sure. So I'm CA Thamis on the forums, and I'm the live operations manager for Total War Arena. So that means essentially that I make sure that the game is running, that updates are happening, that we communicate with you in the forums, let you know what's happening, and feed your feedback back to the developers to discuss, how we can do that, how we can improve things. That's essentially it. Kind of working with marketing. That sort of thing.
Indeed. You've got fingers in many pies.
Yeah, I used to be a game designer, so I worked on the game as a designer before, so that kind of helps.
Worked on previous Total War titles as well.
Yeah.
So which Total War titles have you worked on before this one?
Oh, Empire, Shogun, Napoleon, Rome 2, and then Arena.
Very nice. So a lot of people out there, a lot of people who work on the Arena team and also just overall in the building have been working on multiple Total War games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's very few. There's many of the people who still worked on the original Rome are still a lot of them are still here as well. So
Legend says there's still some code bits from the original Shogun that are being used in our battle engine today.
I'm only after Flaming Pigs.
Ah.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get them for quite a while. On topics we want to bring up, obviously do this once a week. We'll be diving into quite a few things, but one of the ones that came up recently is matchmaking. So I'm just going to help everyone on chat see exactly what we're talking about here. So hold on for your questions, guys. We're going to just be going through what is to come when it comes to matchmaking. So as you can see, hopefully on the screen, but I'll put a link on the chat so everyone else can have a look as well. So we are going to be looking into matchmaking, which obviously has been a big issue for a lot of players. So what's our solution?
Well, we have been looking into matchmaking for a long time. We've already made many changes that have improved it. We have already done several tests in December to try variations on our matchmaking to see how they work out. And based on, in fact, on one of those tests, we have decided to create 3 tier bands. So let me explain what that means. So at the moment we have 2 tier bands, and a band means that we completely separate people who are in one tier from the people who are in another tier. They have no chance of being match made. And at the moment that's tiers 1 to 5 and 5 to 10. And then with that band we also have like a dynamic banding, so that there we have divisions, we call them, of players, and what kind of players go into which division depends on how many players are online. So if we have a lot of players online, you will find that in each division you have maybe a range of 1 to 3 tiers. But if there are very few players online, sometimes you can find a range of up to 5 tiers, which, understandably, isn't very fun for those who are in the lower end. So what we're doing is, by introducing 3 tier bands, is we're creating a stronger, hard separation between the bands. And so it's going to be tiers 1 to 4, tiers 4 to 7, and tiers 7 to 10. And then, as you can see, there's slight overlap there, and that means that you have a chance to be match made in either side. If you're, like, say, tier 4, you could end up in the low tier band, or you could end up in the high tier, in the mid tier band. And we've done that so that in these kind of transitional tiers, you're not always, say, at the bottom when you're into a new tier, but sometimes you're also at the top of the range, so that you don't constantly lose, because that's not fun.
Yeah, definitely. So this is we're rolling this out on Monday. Don't think we have a set time yet. I'm sure it'll be like midday UK time.
Yeah, probably around midday, early, noonish probably. It's usually when we do these things.
Come back from lunch and sort it all out. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. Obviously, matchmaking is we got. Be very careful before going in there and doing things. And there's also we're going to do this, and and see how it goes, and we'll make changes if we feel necessary, and might add more stuff to that overall in the future as well.
I mean, in general, we iterate a lot. We try things out, we see how it works, we get feedback from the community, and then we act on it accordingly. So, for example, we have tried these 3 tier bands in the past, and what we found is that the matchmaking overall was a lot better. So, especially during peak times, like late afternoon, evening, European time, we had really good matches all across the board, and people were really happy on the forums, and we saw that. But what we saw is that during off-peak times, so that's like late at night or early morning, people were not so happy because in the higher tiers there were not enough players online to generate matches in a reasonable amount of time. So that's something we're aware of, and that's something we, in this case, we unfortunately have to take into account and simply accept, is that if you're in the high tier band, then if you play in outside peak hours, you may have to wait longer. You'll definitely get better matches, but the waiting times might get longer, and sometimes maybe too long for your taste. Yeah. But we're doing this to get more players into the high tier band, so that everybody can play at all times. So this is really, I think, a temporary thing.
Well, obviously, we just having tier 10 games, tier 10 players versus tier 6 and 7s is very discouraging for a lot of players, so it's a good solution on that. So take some questions actually from chat. Obviously can't answer all of them for various reasons, but let's see what we can do with that. So you can see anything on there. You've got your mouse if you need to scroll up. So if you have any questions on the matchmaking changes we've been outlining here, please just throw us a question on that now. But we do have other content coming soon. We've got Versus Getrix very soon.
Yeah, he's really cool.
So I think I was in here on, it was either last week or it was yesterday. It feels like I can't remember between last week and yesterday. I'm in this room, it becomes the same day almost all the time.
Well, it's dark.
Yeah, I know, right? And people were playing Versus and Getrix over in the corner there. So obviously, it's we did announce it to come out before Christmas, but we are holding back on that for various reasons. But it's the nature of the game sometimes, so we have to make sure everything is working as intended before it's put out there.
Yeah, we don't want to release anything to you guys that doesn't work or that's buggy. And the truth is that we found a series of really, really bad bugs before Christmas, which we fixed. But we didn't want to release this just before Christmas when everybody's on holiday. We'd rather release the last patch which we released just not too long ago, when everybody's back. And now for Versus Getrix again, we want to make sure that the patch is good, that everything is working as intended, and it's balanced, which you guys obviously like. So yeah, we'd rather take our time, polish it all up, instead of rushing it out, only to find that some things aren't working as we want them to.
So on one thing we have, I just saw it and I completely lost it. Question, in patch 14.1 you said that Commander tier is now taking consideration in matchmaking.
Yes, it is.
So it is taken in consideration then?
Absolutely. So the if you have a really high tier commander, then you will be pulled up in terms of your rating for the matchmaking. Now, there's a reason why some people don't think it works, and it's because it's not being taken into consideration to decide in which tier band you go, but it is being taken into consideration for within that tier band where you get positioned, and also when you get assigned to a match, which side on which team you're on, and for the balance of the team. So it is being taken into consideration.
Okay, cool. Thamis is like, can I play with you guys? Someone wants to join in and play with us. You're on
all the time. All the time. Yeah, we have people playing.
Before.
Yeah, I was in the game before. We have people playing all the time. So yeah, there's always a good chance.
Are the Barb units getting long range units?
I think they do.
I'm pretty sure they will be getting a range units.
Yeah.
I mean,
some sort of hunter types. I've seen something, but I don't know when it's going to come.
Yeah, because obviously infantry's been finished off, cavalry, and then you'll probably start seeing all the other units that will come along with that.
Yeah,
I think there'll
absolutely.
be some quite different ones from what we have in the other two army trees. So what else have we got there? Are you guys considering rework of Thermopylae as it's considered a camping map? I don't believe we've got any rework for Thermopylae
Not
planned.
right now. We
Right now,
constantly
yeah.
rework our maps. Now the truth is that Thermopylae was always intended to be more of a low tier entry level map. It was never intended to be played with high tier units on it. And what we're doing at the moment is we don't have that many maps, so we let everybody play on all maps. But basically what we're going to do is, once we have more maps, is we're going to make sure that the maps kind of start showing up as you progress throughout the game, and that the maps are a little bit more appropriate to the tier that you're playing. So for example, Germania, a very big map, is more of a high tier map, where the artillery has a longer range and these kind of things.
Yeah, and Thermopylae's gone through probably more reworks than any other map. It is pretty much our first map.
It was our
Technically
first
not
map.
the first
No, but it was the first map that we went live with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first one that any community or any of that
Yes.
played. I never played the original, whatever the original map was.
The
'Cause I saw
forest
video
test
of it.
map.
Yeah. First day on the job, first thing I started doing is going through all the folders to try and find all the concept stuff. Some cool stuff there. Maybe we'll be able
It
to
was
show that
fun.
someday.
It was fun, but
Um,
had issues.
let Rubicon be the beginner noob map.
Well,
not all beginners are noobs. But
The problem with Rubicon, really, I mean, that's my impression at least, is that it's actually a very difficult map to play because you start so close to the enemy. You have to watch all around you. There's no clear direction where the enemy could come from because it's such an open map. So I think it's probably not a beginner's map.
It's not. It's very competitive either
Yeah.
way. It's very back and forth. I'd say beginning in the middle, you probably have Salernum. I think Salernum does fit in that kind of middle
And
slot.
Thermopylae is a
My
beginner's
favourite
map as well.
by the way.
Salernum?
Salernum.
I like Salernum.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Two things. Where are we going to
Well,
go?
I saw a
Do you
thing
wanna
about
pick a question? Go for
I
it.
saw a question about the charge bug, and yes, we're aware of the charge bug, and we're working on it. Problem is that it's something that's very, very deep in the inner core of our battle model, and it's not that easy to fix. So our programmers are working on it, but it's taking them longer than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, question. You nerfed Leonidas and his whole line. Would you consider buffing it a little again and nerfing his shield mass? As it seems really strong right now. I mean, we'll definitely keep an eye on any of these commanders and trying to get the balance right. I mean, there's this constant battle between Germanicus and Leonidas to try and get them kind of right, because they're both premier assault commanders for both factions.
That's true.
And it's trying to get that balance right, and it's constantly those two commanders smashing against each other to find.
They're both very popular. Certain movies have helped with that.
There's not many movies about Germanicus.
No, that's true. That's true.
There's I Claudius. I don't think many of our viewers are going to be watching I Claudius in the cinema.
But I'm talking about the other movies.
Oh yes.
I see a question here about a lobby mode. So the reason why we're not doing a lobby mode is because if we had lobby games, the players who were playing lobby games would be essentially removed from the matchmaking, making the general situation of matchmaking worse. And what we want to do is we want to obviously improve it. So that means we are not doing a lobby mode at the moment until we have more players to be able to sustain matchmaking, even when a certain number of players are removed from the matchmaking.
Yeah. Can we expect watchtower replacements on maps? Some teams have better watchtowers than others, for example, Rubicon and Marathon. That's kind of feedback that's definitely needed on the forum. We go back and look at the maps and kind of revise them every so often. I'm sure there's plans in place I'm not aware of, but we do take all that feedback and take it into account. So please, if you've got your opinions on where watchtowers should be and which sides are favoured and so forth, please post that on the forum, because we will be looking at that when the time comes.
But and all our balancing is also based on our metrics, which is something that in my job I look at almost every day. And we have metrics on which side of which map is winning how often and how quickly, and we can tell if a map is unbalanced simply by looking at the metrics. And we find that almost all of the maps are very, very well balanced. It's almost exactly 50-50, and there's just like 1 or 2 maps which is like 48-52. So still pretty good, but like tiny difference. So we are looking at that, but we are looking at that from many angles: data, gameplay, feedback. All of it goes together.
Okay. High tier games after the tier ban change will not be possible. Why allow us a lobby mode for that?
Well, as I said, if we had a lobby mode, these players would be removed, and it would be even less possible to have high tier games.
But you are making MMR matchmaking worse for high tier bands. But we're not really. We're improving the matchmaking in a way that tier 10s, 9s, and so forth will fight the similar tiers.
Yeah, they will have much better matchmaking. It's just at some points they will have to wait longer.
I mean, it comes down simply. It's just like they're fighting the tiers that they should be fighting.
Exactly. Instead of
lower tiers where it's not really a competitive game.
And let's be honest, it's not fun to take a tier 10 unit and just crush tier 5.
I feel bad
doing
doing
right?
it.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes up.
And it's like you want to win, but at the same time you're like, nah, you really should be doing this. But and these poor tier 5 people, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm never gonna play again. So we don't want that. We want them to play. We want them to reach tier 10 and join you guys.
Would you give me a free PC? Because mine doesn't do Arena very well. Unfortunately, I can't help you there. We don't throw PCs out. Just to,
I wish we did.
It would be great, but we'd be a completely different business by that.
Yeah. We don't have that much. Yeah, we don't have that much money. If Arena is successful, maybe we'll start it one day.
Yeah, PC business. You heard it here first. It's in the roadmap. CTZ would have loved Arena. Probably would have. That's the old LAN cafe I used to work at. Would you guys? What do you guys think about dropping stakes in the middle of close combat?
Well, that is also a bug that we are working on, and again, it is unfortunately something that involves some really deep mechanics in the battle model. So it's not a simple fix like some people tend to think on the forums. It's actually very involved, and only some of our most experienced battle programmers are really able to touch that and fix that. So that's something that we're working on, but because again it's complicated and not many people can work on it, it doesn't come tomorrow.
Okay. Caesar is a very niche general, mainly because his abilities don't synchronize. Buff artillery while the others need melee. He doesn't earn points of his abilities, and basically talking about the fact that Caesar is a support commander, but he doesn't seem to get any points from supporting.
Yes, so the rewards system as it is right now isn't exactly how we wanted it to be. So there are multiple things with it that we want to improve. One of these things is making sure that support abilities are rewarded, such as Caesar's. And another thing is that we want to incentivize team play more and working towards victory more instead of people going out and trying to just max their own points. So that is on the roadmap, that is coming. But as you can probably all imagine, we're very careful when we touch the rewards, because if we increase them too much or decrease them too much, it'll throw things off balance, and some people get annoyed, understandably. So we want to get it right, and that's why we're not rushing in to try to do it instantly.
Okay. Could you guys make a rejoin button? Sometimes you'll get a matchmaking failed, and a rejoin option would be very helpful.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot to ask. I don't think it's quite as...
Yes. So the rejoin is something, again, we would like to do, but rejoining a peer-to-peer game, and this is getting complicated in terms of how networking and all that works, and I don't want to go really deep into it, but in a peer-to-peer game that's not server-based, rejoin is very difficult to achieve, and we are looking at how we can achieve that, and it is kind of on the long-term roadmap, but we can't say when it's going to come.
Yeah. It's a very difficult thing to do.
I mean, our programmers have been thinking about this, I think, for over a year now, and working on like little prototypes and concepts. But again, it's very involved, and we want to get it right. We don't want to have a half-baked solution that falls over half of the time.
Okay, so last few questions. Where are we going? Are there any plans for high tier clans could go into the rest of that, but I'll just take off the top one there, which is, yes, queues will take longer for high tier players, but this is obviously due to, you know, trying to balance out our matchmaking a bit more, so you don't have lower tiers going up to high tiers. On stuff like clans and like basically a more of a late game for high tier players. I mean, that's something we are looking at.
Yep, absolutely.
Come up, and this is really important. Like, especially for a lot of the high tier players, we do talk to quite a bit. But if you have ideas on what you would like to see at high tiers and like kind of like clan based stuff, I know a lot of people mention Shogun 2. That's the kind of thing they would like. But put out your ideas, what you would like to see, maybe what you've seen done elsewhere, and maybe that's something we can work on.
Yeah, I see a very important question here. The question is, when are you adding squirrel tossing units?
Squirrel tossing units,
yeah.
Finally. How did they know?
I don't know.
Did they get our emails?
I really want to... Yeah,
God damn it.
You're an insider, I think.
I knew it.
No, I
Finally.
think squirrel tossing units sound quite interesting.
That's the range units for the barbarians.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Chipmunks are one of the new clans. And that's what it's going to be.
They sing you to death.
Are you guys planning any professional leagues for Arena, like LCS for League of Legends? So the idea of esports obviously comes up every so often. It would be lovely if we could have stadiums full of people watching Total Arena and playing. Is that possible? Well, anything's possible. League of Legends, when it first came out, was not exactly the most popular game in the world. It grew slowly and then exploded. And competitive-wise, could we have a competitive scene? Most definitely. A lot of our players, especially like Jiu-Jitsu, like all the people out there like RTK and all the other clans like Hell and so on, these guys are like the beginning of what would be that if it ever came to it. But it has to be, first of all, community want to have to do it. They want to have to play in it. They want to have to be in that level and have the dedication to do it. But also, you know, we need to get the game played by a lot more people before even looking at kind of competitive leagues and stuff like that. So would we like to do it? Yeah.
Of course.
But it's not something that happens quickly. It's something that's more organically grown by the community and just thrown together with just a lot of money. Now, you might look at other games and you'd be like, oh, well, they did it and it was the reason why they were successful. Not really. In most cases, these games are wildly successful before they even look at doing competitive esports. And most games that try to do esports straight away don't usually do so well. So I think we're being a bit cautious. We have a very, very team-based, very competitive game, and we have a community for itself, you know, take their cues from history and all that, and obviously very dedicated to not only history but also competitive gaming. So it's possible, but obviously it'll be much further down the line if we ever do it.
Here's a good question. I've seen training mode. When would that come out?
I did see that from Scopes, who was trying desperately to get into our teaming up Tuesdays and finally did at the end and managed to outscore me as well.
Nice,
so.
cool. Well, anyway, so training mode, yes, this is something that we had in for testing purposes. And it's essentially a mode where you would fight against the AI. Now, there are two reasons why we haven't activated that in the game. The first one is, again, the matchmaking. We don't want to have people spending their time playing against the AI. We want them to be in the matchmaking, play against real people, and therefore make matchmaking better. And then the other reason is that the training mode as it is doesn't really have an AI. We only used it for testing. So we kind of would have to make an AI for it. And until we feel that it makes sense to put people into that, until we feel like we don't want to push people onto the matchmaking, we are not really focusing on it. So again, it's mainly due to matchmaking.
Why do units turn invisible when they run?
That's actually a bug that's being worked on.
Ah, okay.
So they don't. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Okay.
It also had something to do with the visibility system.
Mm-hmm.
So in some cases, it was simply due to the visibility system, which in the last patch was improved. So you should already see less invisible units.
Okay.
Well, rather, you should see more units when they're out and not see the invisible, not see them. Whatever.
One of those.
Yeah, exactly. And there's more to be done, and it's being worked on.
Okay, brilliant. So I think we'll take maybe 2 more. Are the barbarians going to get any artillery units, and if so, what type? I don't know.
I am not sure, but I believe that the idea was that they don't have artillery.
Okay, well, I'm sure that'll be looked into at some point. If anything, probably going to be the last thing that will be added to the faction.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they would have some stolen artillery or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
in the end game, but I don't think they have one in the current plans. And I think the reason for that is that the barbarians are essentially the scouts, and they're really good at scouting, or they will be once they have all their units. And they can work together with players of other factions who have artillery, and therefore basically scout for the artillery.
Okay, so one more question, if you see anything there, Jan, just...
let's see. Dum. So, again, Scopes has asked about new players learning about friendly fire, morale, and abilities, because lots of people don't know about it. Basically, we are currently working on getting the wiki for Total War Arena up and running with proper little explanations, tutorials, some videos. This man here is working on kind of learn to play videos, and in the plans obviously for the game we also have an in-game tutorial which will teach you the ropes as well. So we are adding a lot of different angles in which you can learn about the game, and we hope that that will make all of that a lot more transparent for new users, and like that they will friendly fire you less and, I don't know, flank more or something like that.
Question in chat which about the enemy units which have the same colour as you. I got my artillery smashed by enemies showing the same allied colour.
No.
I think I know what happened there.
I think I know what happened there as well. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, so I think what happened is you came up against someone using Arminius, and his ultimate ability is the Infiltrate ability, which means he looks like an ally, but he is in fact your foe, and it looks like you've been the victim of infiltration. So a tip, at least something I swear by, if you're going to take artillery, always make sure you have 1 unit there to defend it, which is a spear unit. Always take 2 artillery units and 1 unit to defend, and always look out for anything walking towards your unit with a purpose.
Yeah, and also if somebody comes towards you and you mouse over and they look like they're blue, you mouse over and they have a little sword icon or whatever attack icon basically, they're definitely not your friends.
Yeah.
Shoot them or
if
run
you see
away.
Barbarians at all, just assume that they're probably an enemy. Will pikes get more love to their mechanics?
They will.
I heard that they're being looked into in the future.
Yeah. Again, we're not entirely happy with the way pikes work at the moment. There's more work to be done, and it is being done. But again, we don't want to just rush to the next best thing, but really think about it carefully, try a few different options, iterate on it, and then come up with something that actually works well.
So, I'm going to give you one last question. Would you like to play a game live on stream?
Me? Well,
yeah, you play a bit. I thought I'll even let you use my account.
Sure, let's do it.
I'm going to do it.
I'm a total noob compared to you, though. That's the problem.
Well, not everyone can be on my level, but it's okay. I don't think you need the headset, do you?
No, I don't need the headset.
You can pick any commander you want, any units you want.
Well, what you got here? Imperial Guard. Now that sounds cool. I've never played those actually, because as I said, I'm a complete noob. And let me choose some stuff. That looks
What
good.
commander do you usually play?
I currently play Kinane. I quite like Kinane.
Well, you can play her. I've got her unlocked to a 6.
Yeah?
So,
Well, I'll play Kinane then.
Play what you're comfortable with.
So what have you got here for
In my blood
Been
runs
trying
greatness.
some different.
cavalry build, I see. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go down a level and take some good infections. Which cover is better, Thracian
That
or
one is much
Aspis?
better. Yeah.
Aspis. Let's go with Aspis.
Or companion. Companion card's probably better if you want to stick to tier 6.
Well, no, I'll take this one as tier 7. That's fine. What do we take? Horses. Horses are always good. I like horses.
I'm
And
just
speed
having my
footers.
let's move sweet seats.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Then I can keep an eye on chat. No, just stand up.
Oh,
Trying to roll the chairs around in here. We don't have.
it's
that
too
much room.
tight. Yeah.
Just a little.
So,
So you guys finally get a chance to beat Sir Dev, who isn't me. Not that you guys beat me very
they've beaten
often.
me many times. Let's be honest here.
But not live on stream.
No, not live on stream.
So what are you going for?
So,
your
so I'm
archers?
going for the archers. What I'm working here is the bonus that I'm choosing is a range bonus and an acceleration bonus. Acceleration means the acceleration of my men.
Mhm.
Essentially, this is so that I can get away out of bad situations faster.
Cool.
And the broadhead arrows, they just do a lot of damage. And if I combine these broadhead arrows with barrage,
Mhm.
it's extremely deadly, especially against other archer units.
Yep.
Now let me choose my equipment here as well. So we don't want to speed debuff, we want to speed buff. We want to move fast. And we want range. I just don't want, I like playing less damage, but I don't engage.
Yeah.
Like
Hit and run.
hit and run and shoot from behind. Sounds really bad. It's very useful. And here, what do we take here now? Bonus to speed and turn speed. Turn speed is very important with cavalry, actually, I find, because again, to try to get out of bad situations or to change direction to
We
stop
shall
hitting
return the world to
people from a
our
certain
favor.
angle. Turn speed
Mhm.
is very important because otherwise sometimes cavalry can feel a little bit sluggish,
Yeah. My thing is cavers most of the time, especially when I'm using it on a commander which is ranged, I'm going to be committing them to kind of more of a direct head-on with another unit. Therefore, I usually will just go for more of the survivability and damage.
Okay.
Because especially with this unit, I can't even say the name correctly. Asbestos Companion Cav.
It's not an asbestos companion.
I know.
It's a cool name though.
I know, right? They give you asbestos poisoning, but you just commit them to a hand-to-hand fight, really, and just hear that. Probably not the best map for you to play.
No, definitely not.
Is there so is anyone from chat here in this game? If so, make yourself known. So then, if you find Jan, I know that you are in fact.
I don't see anybody. I
screen
don't
watching.
recognize.
Apparently, Byzantine is your foe, but I don't see him on the other team.
And
Turbo Lover, I've seen him a lot. He's actually quite annoying. Not annoying in such in the game, not like as a person.
he is beating you. You want to say
Javelins.
he's beating you?
He has been a thorn in my side. I wouldn't say anyone's really ever beat me.
Yeah, right. Except for that one time on live stream where I didn't know you were streaming. You remember that one?
Yeah, I won that one.
Yeah.
You tried to pull through my unit.
Yeah. So I think in this case, I'm gonna go for the hill because with archers shooting downwards is always a very good idea. It massively increases your damage, and also, as long as I have some sort of melee support, we could take that hill, and that's a strategically very important thing to do on this map.
Heads up, all the players who have locked into the top of that are all
I can see that.
all ranged, and only one of them has a melee unit.
I think I'm gonna move over here.
Think that's safe.
No, but I don't know. We'll see. So here, who we have? We got in slot 8. In slot 8.
You have a lot of
we
range
have
in this team.
melee. There's a guy. Free melee. I'm gonna stick to this man. Imp Krogan. He's my man, and I'm gonna support him.
Okay. See how that one goes. I always feel no one really pushes.
We must take their
this
base
side of
from
the
them,
map
or
too much.
scatter
It's
their
usually the
forces
other
to the
way.
four winds.
So obviously you
Yeah,
don't have a watchtower on this
absolutely, yeah.
side, so everyone's a bit more cautious.
Now let's see.
At speed!
So if you're just joining us, this is our
Ready
weekly
for orders.
kind of dev stream where we will be answering questions about the game. We've just been talking about the matchmaking, so if you did miss that, we will be putting it onto YouTube later. So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Total War Arena.
It's a good channel.
It is. Unfortunately, it's got a lot of my face on it, which generally speaking, it's not usually something I endorse.
You got the wrong job, man.
We wait your command.
I'm like incredibly. I've got like crazy stage fright. I hate it.
Cavalry
I just
forward.
got used to it now.
On me.
There's not much I can do about it.
I can see you use the
Orders
football
understood.
camera. The old school.
Move out.
It's the best camera.
Ride out.
That is
Do you want to change the camera?
No, I'm good. I can deal with this.
By your
I
command.
suffer. If I lose, I'll just blame it on this camera. you
That's
know.
what I always do.
The enemy have drawn first
Never
blood,
mind.
but
I'm a
interest
complete
rates
professional
high.
gamer. What I mean by that is, if I lose, I'll
By
blame
your command.
everyone else. but
Cavalry
myself.
forward.
Never you.
Ride
No,
out.
it's not. Correct.
Cavalry move out.
Enemy in front of you.
As you command. We await your command. Follow me.
Oh, you got that. That guy's in trouble.
By your command. Ready for orders. Attack!
Maybe I should switch
Orders understood.
By
So,
your
barrage.
command.
By your
You're
command.
friendly fire, guys.
Understood. Cavalry, move out.
Mainly hitting the cavalry is a lot bigger.
Ready for orders.
So,
By your
hit
command.
cavalry.
As you command.
And they're hot.
Cavalry, move out.
The enemy base is under siege. We shall seize
Officers
it
of
with
Cliff have
glory.
always been, if it were engaging units outside the field of view. That is something we
Follow
are looking
me.
into.
Yeah,
Our
that's already
base is
gotten better.
under threat
with
of the
last
enemy.
update.
Do not
there was
allow
one
it
bug
to
that we
fall.
fixed. That's
Orders understood.
I keep saying it.
Cavalry, on me.
But it's because it's true. There is more coming.
Ride out.
Yep, he's firing in again. We might actually win this one.
No, points-wise, we're behind.
No, but if he resets his...
They just caught that archery now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, our cap is gonna take too long probably.
Follow me.
The enemy
Fire
base
on
is
those
under
launches.
siege.
Yeah.
We shall seize it with
Well,
glory.
it was close.
Move out.
18 seconds, here we go.
Cavalry, on me.
Very close, yeah.
Orders understood.
And I can
By
say
your
with
command.
almost pride that I
Cavalry,
survived until the end.
forward.
What's the score? What's the score?
Cavalry, on me.
Nah.
Not bad.
Our base is under threat of the enemy. Do not allow it to fall.
But hey,
Yes, Commander.
Base
There
camps
we
all
go.
round.
Well.
Alright then.
GG, enemy team. No, that's too late.
Too late. Didn't get it in time, but that's fine. So, where am I? I forgot about that. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us on Enter the Arena. I have been your host, James or Dogbert, and it's been Thamis and Jan.
Yes. Thanks
so-
for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll be back again next week on Tuesday for another Team Up Tuesday. But we will not have anything.